Hello ladies and gentlemen, RP2 Vision would like to welcome you to another edition of AEW Dynamite Recap Show. Without further ado, here's your host, Ronald Ray.
Hello, mans and sirs, and thank you for tuning in to this week's AEW Dynamite Recap Show. I am your host, Ronald Ray, your boy with a cornbread accent, who is still on location in bodacious Bowling Springs, South Kakalaki, and that's why I'm using my NPR voice. Speaking of location, this week's AEW Dynamite takes place at the UBS Arena in Long Island, New York. So, without further ado, by the way, if you're not a subscriber yet, hit the subscribe button, tap that notification bell, leave a comment, hit the like, unless I already said that. Anyway, let's just let it rip. So first match we got tonight is Juice Robinson against Ricky Starks. They get in the ring, they tied up a little bit, but just don't last too long because Switchblade Jay White came to the ring, helped his good old buddy Juice Robinson. To them are members of the Bullet Club, and they put a good old whooping on poor Ricky Starks, who hopefully this don't mean that he's having to go. Somebody's going to have to go back to dark. Anyway, so yeah, this pretty much makes it official. Jay White is All Elite. Second match of the night was the House of Black. Malachi Black, Brody King, Buddy Murphy, along with Julie Hart escorting them to the ring, defending their trios championship against best friends Trent Beretta and Chuck Taylor, along with Orange Cassidy. Some good chain wrestling from Beretta and Black. Beretta and Taylor trying to do some double team moves on Malachi Black, but he foiled that, tied in big Brody King. But then I guess they kind of, him and Taylor pretty much wore each other out for a little bit, and got a double tag to Orange Cassidy and Buddy Murphy. Buddy Murphy would get the best of this. Then they did some more back and forth. Bunch of dive attempts by the best friends and Orange Cassidy, but House of Black was a little too strong for them at the time. The six men all come in, get their shit in, some near falls by the challengers, but in the end, Buddy Murphy hit the curb stomp on poor Chuck Taylor, and that would be the end of that match. Pretty good match. Kind of felt like that the best friends in Orange Cassidy didn't really have a chance of winning, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. And next is the women's championship match. Jamie Hayter defending against Riho. A handshake turned into a haterade attempt but Riho ducked it, avoided strikes, did some counter pins. A series of shoulder tackles by the champion would put the challenger down. Riho knocked Jamie out of the ring. Riho did a dive. Then somehow Jamie Hayter just pops back up and she's in full control. And of course, if you watch the show, it was kind of odd that during when somebody finally had either the heat or somebody had complete control, that's when they did the picture in picture. So it's like, just go to commercial. Or anyway, never mind. Riho would come back, hit a 619, top rope crossbody block for two, more back and forth, but two ripcords, and Hayter would put this one away. Of course, after the match, the Outcast was backstage doing an interview and said, "Hey, congratulations, but we are coming for the gold. Don't know which one of us is going to try for it, but it's definitely going to be one of them." Okay, I guess this was a part where the Acclaim was supposed to say, "Okay, yeah, we're in or out of the Jericho Appreciation Society," but complete waste of time. This sets up, I guess, an 8-man tag, if I heard it correctly, with the JAS Jabronis with the Acclaim going against 4 other guys. And I could have swore I heard Caster say that JAS was full of shit, so or sound full of shit. Um, Complete waste of time. Nobody knows. The only thing that I guess got a pop of anything was uh, Daddy Ass and the other guy doing the scissors. So the scissors are still in. Our scissoring is still in. And like I said, we're in Long Island, New York, and we got MJF celebrating MJF Day, singing "Pennies from Heaven." Uh, so we get this song and dance thing, get a story, or teacher he had ADD, and teacher, hey, what are you going? What do you get distracted with? He said pro wrestling, yada yada yada. Um, Goes back to the up the ramp to the stage and say, hey, you guys want an encore? Jungle Boy is dressed up as one of the band members, attacks MJF, and they fight back and forth until security arrives. Cue Sammy Guevara's music. He comes out, uh, picks up the belt, shoves it in Jungle Boy's face, and not so gently hands it back to MJF. All right, next up we had, speaking of Sammy Guevara, we had Sammy Guevara going against Commander, and just almost felt like I grabbed my PS4 controller because I don't have a PS5 yet, and started playing WWE 2K22 because I don't have 23 either yet. Is that game any good, by the way? Let me know in the comments. I've probably done asked this a dozen times. Anyway, starts off big knee strike from Sammy. Then he hits an Asai moonsault to the floor. Commander pound the strike button. Then puts Sammy Guevara down. Did a walk on the ropes shooting star press. Only got a 2 count out of that. Uh, Commander was going for another walk on the ropes dive to the outside, but Sammy countered that, and it was all Sammy from there because we had picture commercials. Uh, but sure enough, as soon as the commercials ended, Commander made a little comeback, did another walk on the ropes outside dive, a springboard Phoenix splash for 2. However, Sammy Guevara win after the GTH. Next up, we had Hook and Ethan Page. I do this was for the FTW Championship. Hey, 1998 call. They don't care. Was it 98? I don't care. I can't remember. Anyway, so Ethan Page had the things going his way in the beginning, some more back and forth. Uh, Nobody really had total control. Ethan Page got the advantage again. I was going to go for a twist of fate, but Hook countered his twist of fate with a twist of fate of his own because, Matt Hardy was ringside by it with Ethan Page. Got a little distraction. Page and Matt Hardy had a little tug of war with the FTW belt. Hardy won that tug of war and thought, hey, I'm just going to knock Page out with it. Hook would put the choke on Ethan Page, and hey, he's undefeated, 25-0. And of course, the winner of this match was your FTW World Champion, Hook. And oh, by the way, if you like that so much, tune in to Rampage Friday, and they're going to wrestle each other again. Alrighty, here, big announcement, very important. This is one of those few times where yes, this is a pretty big deal. AEW's All In will take place in London at Wembley Stadium uh, on August 27th. So they're going to take a stab at doing a big arena show. I really do hope it works out for them. Man, what can I say? I dig me some Hill Blackpool Combat Club. That stuff's great. John Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, Claudio Castagnoli just put a big old whooping on 3 Hammerneggers. It was great. Yeah. So After that, of course, you know, unfortunately, depends on how you look at it. They did an AEW Dynamite recap last week, but I did see where Brian Danielson came back. I guess he got tired of being at home, nagging wife, whiny kid. Just kidding. He loves his family, and he would also say, "Hey, he loves his family here of the Blackpool Combat Club." So he cuts a little promo talking about that, and out comes the Rhinestone Cowboy himself, Adam Page. Of course, he receives a good old butt whooping himself, and why not? Brian Danielson went to the hardware store and bought himself a little screwdriver and thought he'd just jab it in Page's head. So yeah, you know, I just did I just did the Blackpool Combat Club. Um, yeah, there's nothing more I can say about that. Um, but yeah, definitely dug this segment. All right, boys and girls, ma'ams and sirs, it is your main event time. Another match that could have used a little more build up and maybe put on a pay per view is on free or cable TV. I think everybody has cable now. But instead of spending a little bit more money to get the pay per view, we got here on TBS. We have the AEW World Tag Team Champions, Austin and Colton Gunn, going against Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood, FTR. FTR, we're putting the AEW careers on the line. They say if they didn't win a championship at all, uh, meaning even if they win by disqualification, they don't win the belts, they will still leave AEW. So we get Cash and Colton starting things off with Cash getting the advantage. Pretty good old school teams. A little nods to the Midnight Express with a drop down elbow drop. Um, then of course little tip of the hat to the depends on they both use it. Lightning Express and New Breed. Uh, Lightning Express, of course, being Brad Armstrong, Tim Hortus, where they almost looks like he's picking him up for a belly to back suplex, but drops down with a leg drop. That was actually their finishing move. Uh, 87, 88. Yeah, 87, 88, something like that. But the Guns would actually take full advantage after Colton hit a beautiful drop kick that sent Cash to the floor and to the rails. Uh, and of course, we had some more picture in picture heat on Dax, um, or heat on, excuse me, heat on Wheeler. Got the hat tag on Dax, who came in fist and fired and taking everybody out. Um, they hit the shatter machine for two, but Colton wound up pulling the referee, and Colton was trying to, say disqualify me, but the referee did not do that. Um, we'd also have a case where Austin will give a low blow to Cash Wheeler or to Dax Harwood, excuse me, but Cash came in as the ref was about to hit the, signal for the match to end disqualification. Cash Wheeler said, no, 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 no. If we lose, we lose. But um, but he paid for it with the Guns hitting their little finishing move. Dax went for a diving headbutt, but wound up getting a belt to the head instead. Looks like this was going to be it. One, two. Oh, he kicks out. Um, there's the Guns were going to for their finishing move again. Dax Harwood fought out of it, flipped over for a sunset flip. The Guns were holding each other until Cash Wheeler from the top rope hit a top rope sunset flip. They both had them rolled up. One, two, three. And your new AEW World Tag Team Champions are Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood, FTR, and they're here to stay in AEW. like I said, not a great show. Uh, it could have been me just tired, but this, like I said, I dug the Blackpool combat stuff. I really dug the women's title match. That one was really good. Um, I do love that, FTR won the tag team championships, but it's like, I'm sorry, I think it could use a little more build up and maybe been a pay per view match in front of a good hot crowd. But you know, billionaire doesn't want to hire a freaking booker. Um, and I made this comment somebody the other day. I've been watching wrestling since '85. If I started a small indie promotion, guess what? One of the things I'm going to do, I'm going to hire me a freaking booker. Or I guess when it's a major national company, head of creative, whatever. But either way, Tony Khan, you're not it. Um, but yeah, other than that, it is what it is. Uh, I guess yeah, the big surprise was Jay White. He's all elite. Um, hopefully that works out for him. Him, of course. Just feel bad for all those guys. Busting their ass. Still doing dark matches, and thought they get the little bit of a call up soon, but nothing. It's almost like he has a big enough roster to have a few little territories running around so they can actually do angles amongst themselves um, and learn. They don't have a developmental center, but uh, maybe you know 4 little territories in the United States. You know, all you people here, all you people there. We'll send the world champion there once a month. You know, uh, to each territory and defend against whoever and draw a house. But not the good old days. But like I said, being a dark company and don't only hire a real booker. But anyway, sorry, that's definitely the my soapbox about this uh, brand. All the talent in the world barely get half of what uh, WWE as far as ratings get on your own night, and that's with some former WWE people. Ain't right. I ain't saying they should be neck and neck. Just saying they should be doing way better than what they are. And they got a big stadium show. So, I mean, personally, I hope it works out great for them. Hope they sell it out. Gee, why do you hope they sell it out? Because it's good for pro wrestling altogether. It's like, hey, here's another brand here. We can go here and make money. We can go there and make money. These guys can make money. Um, but thing about it, if it doesn't draw a good house, you think Tony Khan's going to sit there and go, hey, wait, maybe I need to change something. Maybe I need to uh, step back from being head of creative and hire somebody to freaking do this. But I don't think Tony Khan will, but I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Anyway, that does it for me this week. My end of the show soapbox. Hope you guys have a good one and see you later.
We here at RP Tube Vision would like to thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Also check out friends of the show Ecolife Natural for home-crafted candles, hand cloth, and other home and personal goods. Look them up on Facebook. Link will be available below the video. That is Ecolife Natural.